If I am an artist or if I am a cinematographer, I am a jigsaw puzzle. I am a sort of a montage of the surroundings. So what I have picked up from the society, it is my duty to give it back. If I consciously do it, it is good. If I am not consciously, also I am contributing.
Coming to the point where you said Sakshatkar, I feel like asking you, and which is a common question I ask, do you believe in something beyond what we are? In the sense, do you believe that something else is guiding us every point of time? Or are we the creators of our own destiny? You already explained to me in the previous questions, of course, that we are tapestry of people. But yet I would like to be specifically asking you this question. Do you believe in higher forces? Do you believe in God, or higher forces, or something which is beyond what we are doing? And this is not what I'm doing. Something else is happening and I'm doing it. You're already a spiritually
See, we
oriented
are
person.
all a matter. We are all a matter of circumstances. We are not better than our circumstances. That is one thing we should know. This is a machine. This is sort of a life which is there. Like I heard from Jaggi Vasudev, you eat a banana within 2 hours, it becomes a human being. Okay. Yeah, it's a more sophisticated machine. Which we have.
Yeah.
Okay. You eat anything, it becomes into you. How much more sophisticated? The God has already given you everything.
That is right.
Now it is up to you to handle things. Okay. God is not going to come there and sit and press buttons and ask you to do that.
Right.
There is a higher force which is you have. This creation is a creation. It's a creation. It is going on. It's a marble effect. What you do, how you handle this thing is up to you. I always say there is no heaven and there is no hell. I don't know if there is any. I have not seen it. Okay. But it is definitely true that what we leave behind, I don't know where we are going. After we die, I don't know whether we are going to heaven or we are going to hell. But definitely what we leave behind is important, heaven or hell. Do we leave heaven behind or do we leave hell behind? That is more important. That is in our hands.
Yeah.
How do we go, where we go, is not. I believe that there is and it's not a question of belief. I was just speaking to a friend of mine. So he said, yeah, Shirish, I'm tired now. I think I'm putting he's a writer. I'm putting up my quote now. I think it's over. So how can you do that? Basically, because you think you owe these things to yourself only. No, you owe it to the society. You have gained things from the society. You have to return it back. Until you are alive, you have to strive. You have to give things back. You cannot hold it. You are not doing anything for yourself. You think you are doing it for yourself. But in the longer run, you are not doing it for yourself because this is what is being done through you by the nature. If you think that you are doing it, you are fooling yourself. You are not doing anything. You are just being here. And you think, your ego thinks you are doing this. And that is how the ego is. That is how it is designed. So you have to feel that you are doing it, but you are actually not doing it. It's being done through you. If I am an artist or if I am a cinematographer, I am a jigsaw puzzle. I am a sort of a montage of the surroundings. So what I have picked up from the society, it is my duty to give it back. If I consciously do it, it is good. If I am not consciously, also I am contributing. Thinking that I am doing it for myself. You can't take it anywhere. So eventually you are doing it so might as well be aware of it. That is the only difference between a yogi and a common man.
Yeah.
One is aware of it, one is not aware of it. Both are doing the same thing. Okay. But I don't think there's anything special Now once I was talking to Suhas and we were just discussing this thing. I said, God has other constellations and other planetary
Take care of.
systems to look after. Care of. He doesn't care for us. We have been done and gone.
Yeah.
It's up to us to handle it now.
Hmm.
ताणे करून तो दुसरे आणि बरेच कॉन्स्टलेशन्स करपाचे आसा.
आमकां पावस दिवन गेलो. You see after this.
I mean, our Earth and we is like one of the atoms in our body. Does the atom in our body know who we are?
That's true. Absolutely.
It does not have any parameters to. Okay. Similarly, we are also the same people. Your whole thing is the same thing. It's just a little atom in the system of the body. We don't even know whether we are in the heart or whether we're in the brain or whether in which part of the anatomy we are in.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. So we can only strive to understand that there is a higher power. Okay. But let us not waste time to know whether there is a higher power or not. Let us do at least what is there in our hand. That is my way of approach towards life.
No, it's perfectly
Do
right.
your job. Don't do anything bad to anybody which you think is bad. Good and bad again is a parameter.
Yeah.
But then what you think is not right, you should not do it to anybody. What you think should not happen to you, don't do it to anybody. That's it. Be honest, do your work. That's it. पलीकडे काय नसतं.
बरोबर. आणि वता just before signing off, I want you to, I know you will say that how can I give advice, but I believe you're far too senior and more experienced and a person who has his own mind. So I would request you to kindly guide us as to how, before guiding the younger generation, you kindly tell us how we can appreciate films. What are the parameters on which we can appreciate films? Or if there are any parameters on which we can appreciate films, so that we have a wider audience appreciating films in a very decent manner rather than just going to the theater and enjoying and coming back. So I would just want that from you first. Then you can tell me about how you can guide the younger generation who are interested in filmmaking. But before that, for general public like us.
See, I would say the best. Yeah, I would say the best way to appreciate film is to enjoy it. Okay. By knowing certain things, you can always appreciate it better. Okay. But to enjoy a film wholesomely, the best film, according to me, are the films which make you laugh, are the films which make you not think too much while you're seeing them. Okay. Are the best films are the one which gives you wholesome entertainment. Then it could be a sort of a commercial film or a what you call art film. It doesn't matter, really. Okay. Technically good films, technically bad films. Okay. But what is important is whether it has given you a growth. Whether it has grown somewhere, something has grown into. Okay. How it is made is not important. Okay. Because I come from a point where, art films, new wave cinema, parallel cinema, from there I moved to commercial films, and I had a very nice talk. I was friends with Rajesh Khanna for about 7 years. Okay. And there was a lot of things which I understood and changed my perspective about commercial cinema, which I had a different perspective. So he told me, he said, see, look, it's realistic films and reality in films. Okay. He said, it doesn't exist anywhere. Okay. Reality is not there waiting in the streets for you to come and photograph. You have to create it. And to create, you have to tell lies. You have to create characters. You have to get actors to act. So that itself is false. So what reality are we talking about? It is only a perspective. Okay, it is your perspective. What you think is reality, you are trying to present. So what a commercial cinema thinks is reality, they will try to present. Now, thing is, how do you look at a film? General audience, as I said, should enjoy the film. They should not go into reading the film too much. Okay, but people who want to make films have to have a certain amount of education in communicating with the people. Okay, how you communicate visually, how you communicate through words matters a lot. And this was practiced by filmmakers right from when they were making it. I will give you the earliest example. I would give you Santa Tukaram, a film made by V. Shantaram, I presume. Okay, the film starts with Santa Tukaram, Vishnupanta Pagnis, singing to Vithoba, Abhanga म्हणता तो. And it is a continuous one shot of him. In between, you see another shot of Vitthal. Okay, and you almost come to the conclusion that they can't move the cameras because in those days the cameras were big.
Heavy.
Okay, the recordings were done there and then.
Mm.
So the movement of the camera was always restricted. So you have them in static, the camera doesn't move. You have Vitthal, static, it doesn't move. Then cut to you have his opponent, Salomalo, singing, and that man is dancing everywhere. Okay. Whenever camera pans जाता, track जाता, people are appreciating him, he is communicating with the people, but there is no Vitthal anywhere in that. Okay. Vitthal shot of na. It is only Salomalo.
Okay.
And it is also the other people who are clapping, who are encouraging him, who are applauding to him. So what is the difference between both? Abhanga ha tutana. So tutana ma jo abhanga static asa, abhanga to tutana.
Jana.
Shot is not cut. Okay. Because to abhanga. I love the Vitthal atalo.
Barabar.
Multiple cuts.
Right.
Because he is talking about himself.
Correct.
He's talking about how great he is. He's talking about the decoration of the abhang, but not about Vitthal. He's getting appreciated from the people. So there are people around, there is everybody around. But when Tukaram comes to Vitthal, he's alone. So this communication directly touches your heart. It does not touch here in the mind. It is not about the mind. And that is carried forward in all the films. Almost you will see. You know, a recent film like Chak De, for example. I don't know whether you have seen it. Okay. There is this girl. Have you seen Chak De?
No, I've not. I haven't. Yeah. Sorry.
Once you see the film, have you seen Dil Chahta Hai?
Yeah, I've seen.
Have you seen Dil Chahta Hai? Okay. In Dil Chahta Hai, there is, I will not say Chak De because you have not seen it. We will talk about it some other time. But in Dil Chahta Hai, there is this scene where Dimple Kapadia meets Akshay Khanna for the first time. He's just coming and shifting into an apartment, and this boy is moving out. And he suddenly sees her with a lot of luggage, and he offers to help her. Okay. So she says, no, I don't need help. And he stands there. And she tries to lift the bag, and the handle breaks up. So then she looks at him, she shows the handle. So he says, okay, I offered you help. So she says, okay, help. So he comes there and he helps her. He takes the luggage inside and he gets tired also. And she said, there are 3 more bags outside more. So he said, bus 3. And the scene ends. So it's a beautiful scene, you know, where they first have a rapport.
Introduction.
But what does the director tell you there? Actually, he tells you that she's come with a baggage.
Got it.
She has a problem.
She has a problem. Got it.
You will not be able to handle it. The handle tutta.
Right.
Right. He will help her. He will try it and take her baggage till the end, but he will be tired. He won't be able to handle it also.
Beautiful.
So in that one scene, he has explained you the whole story.
Actual, the future part of it, the further part of it.
Future part of it, which is why in the end, when she dies, then you see all the 3 friends are standing there and they pack off the luggage and the luggage goes away from him. There's a huge shadow which goes away and the whole path is clear. So this is the language which you have to incorporate while you are making films.
There's a thought process there.
I will ask the audience to see it that way because they will miss the point. The skill of the director is in hiding and not showing.
Okay.
How skilled a director you are.
Basically, you feel for it.
Depends on how carefully you hide yourself. It is like you take a Pula Deshpande or you take anybody and you read good novels. You feel like reading again and again.
Right.
Is it that you don't know? You know it.
Right.
You have read Vyakini Valli several times, but still you will see. Still you will read it. Why do you read it? Because there is something which you have missed.
Layers and layers of it.
There are so many layers that you have missed it
Hmm.
somewhere, and you want to read it again, and still you enjoy it because you again miss it. You don't enjoy because you know it. You enjoy it because you don't know it.
Hmm.
And how to place that don't know stuff
Is important.
is something which a skilled director should know. Most of the directors try to show.
Hmm.
Here you have to actually, a skilled director like Shekhar Kapoor or somebody, they hide,
Hmm.
and they hide so skillfully
Hmm.
that you will never know. I don't know whether you have seen Masoom.
Yeah, I've seen Masoom.
Masoom. You
Yeah.
see in the song that there are scenes between Supriya Patak and Nasiruddin Shah.
Hmm.
See the film again. Okay.
Hmm.
Whenever Supriya Patak and Tazo scene asta,
Hmm.
okay,
Hmm.
it is in a ruins.
Hmm.
She is walking very smoothly in the ruins, whereas he jumping up and down. Okay,
Okay.
he's jumping up, jumping down, because he's a construct. He's a architect. He needs a strong foundation,
Hmm.
and she's a poet. She doesn't have a foundation.
Beautiful.
Okay, he
Okay.
moves smoothly in that.
Got it.
He can't move in that. This relationship can never fulfill.
Hmm.
She says, "Mary, ye lifeline is small. I have a child. You know, I have this thing, and my lifeline is short." Okay. Then during the song also, you see she's sitting in a boat.
Hmm.
It is through thickets,
Hmm.
and she's very comfortably sitting in that rocking boat. Okay, but he's trying to balance and go towards her. He's unbalanced.
Got it.
So these scenes are not just cute scenes;
Hmm.
they are well thought of.
Hmm.
See, why this placement is like that? Why is it ruins, and why is it not? Because her life is in ruins, basically.
Metaphorical.
Whereas he is a guy with strong foundation.
Hmm.
He's an architect. He needs strong foundations. He cannot work without foundations. Whereas she is happy in ruins. There is no problem. So यांची जी chemistry असते ती केन्ना जावपाना.
Sarki. Sarki.
Something will be born out of it,
Hmm.
but ते अर्धोदय उरता.
Sang.
The boy is born out of that relationship,
Sang.
but then he completely totally उरता.
Hmm.
So the placement of the camera, where you play, what you do, this film is by itself a language. You see,
Hmm.
you cannot convert a novel into a film.
Every frame
You
is
have to
a.
convert that novel. You have to convert that novel into a visual language.
Hmm.
Word to word, you cannot make any novel into a film.
Hmm. Got
It
it.
is not possible. You have to forget that novel and write a completely new language, which is a communicative language towards the people.
Right.
If you happen to see Chak De, okay, see that girl in that film called Vidya Naik,
Okay.
okay, who constantly fights against Shah Rukh Khan.
Hmm.
She plots against Shah Rukh Khan. She does this. She does that. He's a coach,
Hmm.
and she is a former captain, and he gives her a job of giving water to people because she's indisciplined.
Ego
Okay.
problem.
त्याका तो भयंकर इगो प्रॉब्लेम झाला असता की आपण ना I was a captain and he's giving me this,
I cannot do that.
and
How
she
करू शकणार?
fights and she feels venom, but every time she does it in the bathroom where dirty water flows.
Okay.
The venue where she fights is bathroom, where dirty water घाम, these very tired झालेली भुरग्यां ती येतात and they are washing themselves, and she always tries to create mess, and she creates it
Hmm.
to an extent where eventually everything comes together. Okay, and they go and they this thing. Eventually, even abroad when she goes, she again messes up and again gets the bathroom. Okay, but when she is useful, okay, Shah Rukh Khan comes to her and tells her, ki, okay, now you are the person who is going to fight this war. You are the person who is going to fight on the field. You are the person who is going to do it. It's in your hands now.
Hmm.
At that time, she is shown sitting down there,
Hmm.
and she's filling clean water in the bottle.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
Now the water is useful.
Got it.
Now she's useful. It's clean
Got
water.
it. Got it.
Although it is next to the bathroom, okay, where there's a tank and she's filling clean water. Now this water is useful. It is content. At that time, she's sitting down and Shah Rukh Khan is standing, and the camera is going up also that she's down, and then she stands up and Shah Rukh Khan sits down. So she becomes big, and Shah Rukh Khan becomes small.
Hmm.
Now all these things also are communication.
Okay.
through the camera, through the angles, through the music, you know, everything is communicated. Like, I mean, I was just discussing this with a friend of mine who's a music director last week. We were on Zoom. So he was talking about R.D. Burman's song Chingari Koi Bhadke.
Ah,
Okay. So there is a wrong note which was played. The पहिलं जो tone, dang, 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 it is a wrong note.
okay.
Okay. It was dang, dang, dang. It was supposed to be that way. So एक चुकून वाजली note.
Ah,
And
ah,
RD said, no, I want this. So the
correct.
musician said that they laughed. This is a wrong note. He said,
Ah,
no, I want that only. I just want that.
uh-huh.
And that became a $1 million mistake.
Mhm.
That song is actually known because of that wrong note.
Okay.
Okay. Now, why he did that? Why he did that? So, because they said that it's nice to hear. I said, no, it's not just it's nice to hear. He's talking about two people sitting in a boat. The boat is rocking.
Uh-huh.
Okay. These two people, Rajesh Khanna and Sharmila Tagore,
Mm.
are in a relationship which is never going to be fulfilled.
Mm.
It's a wrong note.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Ah, even
The
that
relationship
counts.
is
Even
wrong.
that counts.
It is never going to be fulfilled.
Mhm.
It's a very platonic, it's a beautiful relationship,
Mm.
but they are never going to come together. And they are in a boat which is rocking, which is also not stable. So, आम्ही commercial film म्हणता, but इतका thought होता.
Ah, बरोबर.
Okay. You just discard it as a commercial film. Oh, Ghana.
Hmm.
No, there is a lot of thought which goes into it. Which is why it reaches up to you.
Hmm.
R.D. Burman's music, like you will, it is amazing. I mean, how he used to think. It's a title song of Burning Train.
Hmm.
Title music of Burning Train.
Hmm.
You know, you listen to it carefully. He went early in the morning to record Dadar Ujundane passing trains of sound.
Okay.
So Dalpazai.
Ah,
Because it is a song about, it's a film about train.
yeah.
So that he did. But when he came back to the studios, he called his percussionist. आणि त्याला म्हणाला आपल्याकडे टिक 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 आवाज जाय
Ah,
throughout the track, throughout the you listen to that track. He said, why? He said, no, you just give me that voice. Now he knows the story of the film because there is a bomb in the train,
Right.
and that bomb is the sound of that ticking.
Okay.
Okay, so the bomb is ticking, tick 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 throughout the film, throughout the track it is there. Tick 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 tick. Now this finality with Panchamda had. I worked with him. I have shot 3 songs of it. Okay, so I know how he works. What is that which goes into the working? Like even Ek Ladki Ko Dekha, you know, the lines are same. The lines are same. Ek ladki ko dekha to aisa laga, jaise ye, jaise. But what he changed in the song was only jaise. Jaise, jaise,
right.
Jaise. He only changed the tone of jaise, and the whole song became different. Whereas there are track lines, if you go to see.
Right.
But that genius of a person that he was, you know, because he thought music in the terms of films, not as music.
Got it.
So
actually,
every
integral part of it.
Yeah, every aspect, whether it is editing, like I would always say, Parinda was successful only because of editing. Renu Saluja, she planned the whole film, how it should be edited.
It was beautifully done.
Everybody has a very huge part in making, not just the cameraman, not just the cinema. There are several people, the whole thing, even the last spot boy who gives you tea is important over there. Tea cha to that time
That's true.
Everybody is very, very important.
Very important.
When you are listening, and this is not just for saying, because we know the importance of it. How much importance you give to the smallest person on the sets. It's like your whole body.
That's true.
Your finger and your nail is as important as your brain.
Right.
So everything, because otherwise, if you don't have fingers, what will your brain do? Similarly as that.
Right.
So everything is important, and I guess you know, that everybody should, who wants to make films should study film, and who do not want to, who want to enjoy film should enjoy film. There are no fixed parameters. How people should see film, they should enjoy.
Okay.
You know?
Right.
Wonderful. I like Saransh also.
Yeah.
I like the hope part of it.
Mm.
The beautiful hope part of it. Ki nothing dies.
Mm.
Everything only grows out of one another.
Right.
You know, मरता कुछ नहीं है.
Mm.
Body just is not there anymore. The memories need not be there anymore. But life goes on.
Yeah.
It doesn't wait for you. It's a beautiful film in that aspect. So I like films which talk about hope, which talk about I don't like films which talk about calamity, and calamity. You know, and then because it's very easy to make people feel bad. I'm seriously telling you.
Yeah.
Very easy.
Very easy to make them cry.
तुम्ही पत्रकार नाही, तुम्ही filmmaker. Correct. And my simple logic is that if somebody is making film, he needs money to do it.
He needs money.
Okay, he needs a producer. Okay, somebody puts in, say, even 10,000 or 10 lakhs or 10 crores.
Exactly.
Your job is to return that money back.
Absolutely.
As a director, my job is to return that money, at least try and return that money back.
The main capital.
Yeah, you return that money back to him. त्याका फायदा झाला तो दुसरा विचार करतो.
Exactly.
एका प्रोड्युसरला सांगतो काबार करा, पण ते दुसऱ्या प्रोड्युसरला त्या काय काबार करा. अजून काय अर्थ नसता.
अर्थ ना, बरोबर. That is true.
You might, it's an ego trip that I've done a good film. म्हाका award मेळ्ळो. पण तातून म्हाका काय अर्थ दिसना.
अर्थ ना, बरोबर.
म्हाका कांयच म्हणजे I am upfront and telling you. There's no point in receiving awards. The best award is if the people like that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Even when they did this parallel cinema thing, okay, Shyam Benegal and all these sort of people, all of them, wonderful filmmakers. Okay. Amazing. The technicality, you can't touch them. Very good. But when did they think they were successful? When Ardha Satya became a hit and a big hit.
Right.
So it depends on a hit. Even if what you call parallel cinema.
Right.
Then you said that okay, parallel cinema has arrived. When people accepted it.
Yeah. It's again a commercial.
Acceptance from people is very necessary. How much may pretend not to?
Right.
People have not grown to that level. No, people have always grown. You have to understand the ethos of the country. You cannot talk to me. You cannot talk to me Hindi in an English grammar. You cannot do that.
True.
I will not understand what you're saying.
Right.
So if you're speaking Hindi, speak to me in the Hindi grammar. Isn't it?
Right.
If you use English grammar to speak Hindi, I will never understand. So that is what generally parallel cinema was happening. They were speaking to you, Satyajit Ray was speaking, he was doing wonderful films, but the grammar was not ours.
Right. Got it.
I never understood his film. And I will tell you upfront. People might call me ignorant, but that is fine.
Yeah.
But I never understood it. I understood his film, but I never felt for it.
Got it. You didn't feel connected with
as much as I felt for Bengali films made by Ritwik Ghatal. Bengali is not my language, but I felt for his films. You know, he gets you into that feeling. How he gets it is another matter. Overnight he writes a film and gives it to Bimal Roy. And Bimal Roy has made a huge hit out of it. He wrote it within one night. A film called Madhumati was written within one night.
I know. I read it.
And it was given to Bimal Roy, and Madhumati works till today. You see the way he has written the film. It's not easy to write a film like Madhumati.
Right.
So he knew what commercial cinema is. It's not that he didn't know it. Okay. But he made things which he felt for and genuinely felt.
That is how he could
not
write.
Studied.
Yeah.
Not studied literally. Most of the time what happens is we read a lot of things and we think that we are feeling it.
Right.
Actually we are not. It is a sort of a pseudo feeling.
Right. Superficial.
Yeah. I mean, I have seen so many people. I have moved around in Bombay. It's rich people who have a great feeling for the poor beggar on the road. Okay, hey, bichara, usko paisa de do. ₹10 का 100 का नोट दे दो. But the same people will not pay their servants
Hmm.
properly.
Hmm.
Okay, this is very funny for me because, arey, why don't you do that? There are people who like to feel bad.
Hmm.
Okay, they love to feel bad because
Yeah.
that's a need. It's obviously a need because for centuries, for generations, people who are staying in Malabar Hill have not felt bad.
Hmm.
They didn't have problems of hunger. They don't have problems of anything. They have different issues, which are not normal issues. Like, so, thing is that there are people who don't have problems, so they have to create problems.
Hmm.
So they don't feel
They
generally.
feel
So
guilty for not having problems. They feel guilty for not having problems.
exactly. So whenever they see these pathetic films, they feel good
Hmm.
because they feel bad. You get it?
Yeah,
They
yeah, I
feel very
understand.
good
I understand.
because they feel very bad. So it gives them the feeling that we are still human, which is why they like this film. And when our filmmakers think that, array, they have appreciated, they have the idea, they have appreciated, so they are damn good.
Hmm.
That means we must be good because they have the taste.
Yeah.
It is not so.
Hmm.
You're catering to their psychological needs. That is all what you're doing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. So if you really want to talk to the people, mass people, they need happiness. They don't need sadness. We already have it too much.
Too much, yeah, that's true.
Okay. We already have too much of sadness in this country.
Yeah.
All we need to give to people is hope. We need to give them aspiration to live tomorrow.
Hope for you.
Filmmaker's job is to make the whole
Positivity.
society
Positivity.
aspire for tomorrow, not to kill their hope and
Yeah.
make it a sort of a mangled society.
Right.
That is our job. That is our basic job. Filmmaker म्हणतो, कथाकार म्हणतो कोण. Yeah, you expose people, you make them aware, but you don't make them aware to a point where it is your point of view of the world.
Right.
No.
Right.
It is not your job. Your job is to see to it that the next generation lives to a better standard.
Right. Right.
That would be my advice to film.
Thank you very much, Shirish Bab, for spending your time with me. In fact, I must have pestered you so many times.
No, I'm not passionate at all. I love to talk.
Yeah, there was technical issues as usual. I mean, every time we have that is beyond our control, But I once again thank you for giving your valuable time. In fact, your valuable advice. And I believe that most of my viewers will enjoy this. More than enjoying, they will assimilate what Shirish Bab has just said, because I think every point that is said makes sense. And if you try to imbibe certain parts of it, rather subscribe to certain part of it, or rather buy it if you don't subscribe to it, then you will be able to enrich yourself and become a better person. Especially if you are a filmmaker, I believe you should listen again to what Shirish Bab said, repeat again and again so that you can understand what is filmmaking, more because he is having a different point of view, not because I would say he's a great filmmaker. He's a great filmmaker, but here I would like to focus on the fact that he is a different filmmaker. He's a different cinematographer. He's a different human being with a different point of view. And those point of views nobody wants to talk about. Everybody talks about generally what is being accepted and what will be accepted. But here he's talking about what he feels is right. You accept it or you don't accept it. Makes no difference to him. He bothers about you, but he feels that that is your point of view. But this is his point of view. Keep your own ideas with you. Add these ideas and become more better person. As he said, we are tapestry of peoples and ideas and moments that happen in our life. Thank you very much for watching this program. But before moving out, I always do that. It might look cliche now by now, but I always tell we are going through very unprecedented times of COVID-19 pandemic, coronavirus scare. Be careful when you're moving out. You wear a mask while moving out. See that you keep a safe distance when you move out and talk to your friends. Even if the person who is talking is your close friend, it is not that he is good or bad. He probably doesn't know that he's infected, or probably you don't know you're infected. You might be asymptomatic and you might just spread it. So as educated people, we should see, as civilized people, we should see that we maintain what are given to us, that are SOPs given to us, so that we survive to see further days and improve our nation, try to see that our nation grows, because if we remain, the nation will remain. If the citizens don't remain, the nation will not remain. So see that somebody else also has some life, see that you have life. More importantly, when you come back home from outside, which we have to go, there's no option. See that you try to take a good wash so that you don't infect, if at all you are carrying something, your near and dear ones, and keep them safe, especially the elders and the younger ones. Wear a mask like this, and this is a homemade mask. If you have a what is a N95 or whatever, I'm not technically well versed, wear that mask. That is slightly costlier, but you can make a mask like this, and you can wear a mask like this. I'm just showing it so that it registers in your mind. And once again, I would request everyone who's watching this program to kindly subscribe to the channel. More importantly, because this is not a commercial channel at all. In fact, I'm not intending to do anything commercial as far as this is concerned, not even the revenue part of it. We are just doing it for the love of art, and all these friends are coming purely because they love art, and probably they love me. And I believe that you should subscribe, so that the more subscribers we have, I will get encouraged to do this program. My subjects who are coming on this program will be encouraged to come to this program. Thank you very much for watching this, and please subscribe to the channel. I repeat, because together we can do things, like together we can fight corona, together we can increase the viewership of this channel, and increase the love of art, increase the spread of art, so that art percolates down to every individual citizen of this country, because it was a part of our culture from morning that we get up till the night that we sleep on our bed sheet. It has art in it. So if people understand art, I think life will be a little bit more better, I believe. And that's the reason I want to spread art. At the same time, together we can do, as I said, together we can fight corona. We'll fight it. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Goodbye.
Bye.